Hi, my name is Nick Sider, and I'm the creator and producer of Green Valley Radio. I just wanted to check in and finally get to a quick overview of our year in 2023. I'm just finishing up, literally typing it as I speak. Huh. The annual report for last year. This is the first time I've written a report, and so I'm a little excited to share it. This is written for the team and for our patrons, but I also feel like our audience in general might be curious where our money comes from to be able to make this project and how we use that money. So yeah, here's a little brief overview of our little annual report for last year. Green Valley Radio's third production year was one of experimentation, reflection, and growth, and that's really the key. Those are the key elements to this update. And so the experiments, we experimented a little bit with advertising. We experimented a little bit with live streaming. Advertising, we didn't find much success. We did find that led to more views, but it also was financially a little volatile, especially because we're a very tiny budget with what we get from patrons. So I ultimately decided to not do any more advertising. It did lead to more views on videos, but it didn't lead to new subscribers. And I'm ultimately after subscribers because those are our audience. Those are the people that we are building stories for. We're not trying to attract everyone. We're trying to entertain the people we already have and grow that base organically. So we're not going to do advertising in 2024. That's not how we're going to be attempting to bring in an audience. We're just going to keep doing what we do best, which is put our stories together, put our broadcasts together. But our streaming experiments were successful. They did lead to new subscriptions on YouTube, though they did not. We ran into a lot of trouble with copyright with music there, and that's just the nature of live streaming. I'm still not quite clear how some other channels are able to do it so well, but that's just how it is. I don't really want to keep playing with that when we have copyright music involved. We have no issue with uploading videos like we've been doing previously, but with live streaming, it's gotten a little bit weird, and so we just want to stay away from that. For now, we might do some more experimenting with live streaming with just our original content and maybe an adapted version of the normal broadcast where we'll use some public domain music. That might be what people get familiar with as that's the Green Valley Radio broadcast music because it's public domain. It won't be as much of a musical exploration in that format. But we wouldn't stop doing the musical explorations that we do normally with our regular broadcasts that we publish as videos, as well as those broadcasts on Spotify and Apple Music. We also I went through a period of reflection through last year as the project grows and adapts. I'm going to actually read the portion here so I have it right. When this project began in 2021, the goal was simple: to explore history through music and news, and this still serves as the foundation of the project. Through time, growth, your support, and the collective creative energy of the team, the world of Green Valley continues to be built on top of that foundation. Is it purely entertainment, or is there an educational value? Does leaning into our characters and stories take us away from that original goal, or does that complement that goal by exploring history directly through our characters? I will probably continue to ask myself these questions as we continue the project into the 20th century, but for now I want to summarize the project as this. We produce audio entertainment that explores history, and we seek to inspire our audience to find a deeper interest in the past as a means to understand our present. And I think that pretty much summarizes how the project will be described for a while. And that leads us to growth. We continue to grow on every metric available. We continue to gain subscribers. We continue to gain followers on Spotify. While we by no means are a viral project, we continue to serve a base of loyal listeners that steadily increases as we continue producing content. Our cast grew in 2023, and we now have a full project team of 20 people, which is just wild to me, because this really just started with just me and a couple friends that said, sure, I'll play a voice for you. We obtained our first sponsor, Valancourt Books, and they generously sponsored our first Squeaky Floorboard episode. Their sponsorship provided the funds necessary to allow us to run our broadcasts 24/7 as an internet radio station. And you can access that radio station on the Green Valley Radio app, which you can find on iOS or Android. And at any point in that, you can just tune in, and bam, you're in Green Valley Radio somewhere on its production cycle, and we have all the broadcasts there. I also redesigned the project's website over the last year, and have a video tour of the website for those curious. I'm hoping to record that tonight after my shift at work. The most exciting metric to share is that we surpassed 500 subscribers, and in fact we gained 162 subscribers on YouTube last year, which is just really cool because that's 162 people that want to keep coming back and knowing when we're putting stuff out. So that's pretty awesome. As of writing this report in February of 2024, we currently sit at 619 subscribers, and I believe by the end of 2024, we will have surpassed 1,000. At least that's the goal. But that goal is, again, very light because we're not looking to monetize. A lot of people on YouTube are looking to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark to be able to monetize and make money off ads and all that. But we can't because we have a lot of copyright music in part of this project. So I don't even want to touch monetization on YouTube just for liability purposes. But more importantly to that, I don't want the success of this project to be hinging on YouTube alone. For me, the project's success comes from the ability to produce. So the patrons on Patreon are the reason we can keep the project growing. But I would be making these regardless. So for me, monetization isn't a factor. And so subscribers for me, getting to that 1,000 subscriber goal, it's more just to show a little bit of weight to the project and say, hey, we're here and we have a good base. And so that's why that's just kind of a small goal for this year. But even if we don't hit it, that's fine because we're chugging along through the 20th century. There are some graphs here in the that I'll just look at briefly here. You can see where our money was being used and when a little bit on these assets, incomes and outgoings. Most of that money was spent in October. That was for a music license that allows us to do an internet radio station format. And then here's a more detailed look at where that money went. You can see the music license was the biggest chunk. You can see advertising is the second biggest chunk, and that won't be happening this year. And you can see where other aspects of the money that we get from Patreon goes. And finally, a projected outgoings for this year, just kind of what we're looking at. We will need to get another music license in October. The Thanksgiving gifts are a must, so there's always going to be money allocated for that. The CitrusCast and website, that allows us to have a website, and of course allows us to, CitrusCast is how we do the radio streaming, and that's a monthly fee as well. And you'll notice there's a merchandise section there. We want to build out some basic merch that we can also either send to our patrons for free as a fun, gift and sell on our website, or be able to sell on our website and be able to offer it at cost to our patrons. And that's pretty much it for the annual report. I didn't really want to get too detailed into everything, but we have a lot of exciting things planned for 2024. We continue into World War II. We're currently finishing up, as of making this video, we're currently finishing up our next Broadway piece, where we're going to continue the story of Simon Stark in New York and continue exploring the music of musical theater at this time in 1944. We also are collecting recordings, and I'm beginning the editing process for the first Hannah Bourbon story. So we're chugging along. And I'm going to leave it there. But if you have questions about the project or, have comments, whatever you want, feel free to reach out in the comment section here, or you can email us at greenvalleyradio.mail@gmail. And again, my name's Nick Sider, so thank you for checking out our annual report. All right.